Hello everybody, welcome to episode 27 of the Digimon Pendulum 20 series here. And of course, as you know from the last episode here, well, actually before we do that, let's start taking out these little mons here. Whee! And of course on the other side over here, take this one out. The joys of Digimon cases and stuff like that. Are also liking these cases. They're pretty nice overall. I am kind of worried though, because this one actually is starting to get like a little bit of a stress mark at the side there. I did drop it pretty badly earlier today, so that might have been my fault. It's just a stress mark though, so I'm not too worried about it. I can fix it if need be. Also, to be honest, these pieces here seem like they'd pop out pretty easily, and I could just reprint the top piece here. So I'm not too worried about it. I don't know. It seems like it'd be an easy fix. I don't know. I probably should actually stop talking about the devices themselves. But, yeah. So back to actual Digimon talking here. We do have our sleepy boys. We got Vmon on this side. And, of course, we got Volko. I forget his name. Larvomon or something. Yeah, Larvomon. Here he is. A pretty nice little cool Digimon. Overall, pretty cool. Still one of my favorites. Honest, something about this dude is so awesome to me. Like, I know it's just because, like, I grew up with playing, like, Digimon Links or whatever. That whole mobile game, and that he was introduced in it or whatever. Seriously, the second he was introduced, I was like, oh my goodness, I love him. Like, I don't think any other Digimon got introduced in a time period where I was like, because, like, I remember Hackmon, I was like, yeah, okay, it's Hackmon. Remember, like, Zubamon and, like, the Shield Digimon. I still have some nostalgia for the Shield one, just because, like, the Pendulum, or 20th year. But, like, overall, like, they've been pretty chill for me. So, overall, pretty chill Digis to me. But, like, I'm still always super excited to see Larvomon. Honest, something about this one always, like, hit in the nice right spot for me. Just something about his, like, whole evolution and everything. But in today's episode, we do actually start up the new set of eggs. Or, well, the second set of eggs, I should say. And, of course, we start off with some... Oh. We start off with the bunnies. So the bunnies are these eggs here. One, like, a little black half and a little white half there. There's a little bunny eggs. Of course, it locks us into the bunny eggs here. And, of course, another cool little thing here. We're going to hit the A and B buttons again. And, nope. I passed by them again. That's great. And there we go. Got both of them set up. All nice and readied up for us. But yeah, so overall, pretty chill thing here. We'll do another Copymon in today's episode as well, because we're going to transfer an Omegamon over to the Silver Blue device, so that we actually have all the Digimon set up for the whole Copymon evolution for Vmon. Because basically Vmon is going to go from, like, in the next episode, he should become X-Vmon. And then with X-Vmon, we're going to Jogress him to become Paledramon. And then from Paledramon, we're going to do the battles, get him up to the next level. And then with that whole stage dealt with, we're going to get Imperial Dramon. And then we're going to take Imperial Dramon, Jogress him with, like, Paladin, with Omegamon to make Paladin mode. It's a whole complicated process. But it's our boy Lopmon here with the Lopmon egg and the Terramon egg. Both of them are such cool Digimons. Lopmon is still one of my favorite Digimon. I love the brown and pink bunny. Something about that brown and pink is always so adorable to me. Like, I get Terramon as the classic boy. But, like, ever since, like, Tamers, I always loved Lopmon. And it's mainly just because, like, in Tamers, like, Lopmon was, like, the one that, like, always spoke in, like, the, like, very serious tone of, like, art thou, or, like, my service and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, I always loved, like, how very formal Lopmon was in the whole series. Not a fan of, like, Cherubimon as, like, the final evolution for Lopmon, but, like, overall, like, I do love, like, the first few Evo stages. And even though, like, I'm not going to be too mad about Cherubimon. Cherubimon is still a giant, fluffy, adorable bunny. Meanwhile, Terramon becomes giant Robo Bunny, and I'm like, I prefer the other method. I don't know, I always liked how, like, Cherubimon, like, still matched up with this sort of aesthetic. I get, like, for Terramon, it does have an aesthetic to it, where it goes from very cute bunny thing, then it starts, like, becoming a bit more machine-like. And then in its third Evo, it's, like, a lot more machine. And then its final evolution is just pure machine. But I always preferred the Lopmon side of it, where it was, like, it's supposed to be the opposite, where it keeps up with, like, a more natural approach to it. and especially with like the wardrobe and stuff like that of like Antilumon and like Trurimon. Like, I don't know, Lopmon is just so adorable to me, and I just love how they kept up with his sort of style in that way. But I like both the bunnies are amazing, and I'm glad to have them in this whole little run here. We have both of the awesome little digital boys for each one of them. Super excited about both of them. These guys will pretty much be evolving like tomorrow at like 8 in the morning for these guys here. Same with like these guys, but they'll be evolving at like 9. So yeah, overall not too bad. We'd be chilling with them overall and having a bit of a good time with them. Well, probably a little bit later than 9. I guess, yeah, no, it would be like a little bit later into 9. Probably closer to like 10 when they'll evolve. But yeah, overall, it's pretty much chill there. And I guess, before we do, oh, he's got a Pope. Hey, Poped. But before we do get into too much crazy stuff here, before we get into like the random Digimon, well, I guess we could talk about it while we're doing the whole like little progressing step here. And today's like sort of good news. The Digimon DM20s are getting re-released again in America. They showed it off like in the New York Toy Fair or whatever that's currently going on, and they were showing off that the whole like little Digimon are coming back. Like, it was really cool to see like virtual pets again for Digimon. Now I get people are mad that like it's still like another whatever Digimon thing. It's another version of the A and B from the original DM20th. But, like, let's be honest here. It's cool, the idea that we can have, like, Digimon that we can share with friends or whatever again. Like, I don't know. Having an entry point for Digimon is so nice. Because, like, I don't know. For one of those things where it's, like, you want to introduce people to Digimon. But, like, every time you look at other Digimon devices, they're always really pricey or really expensive. So it's nice to have that entry point back again. And, like, at least have, like, the main guys on there. I guess that's the reason why they always do the version A and Bs. Because, like, you do need that, like, sort of entry point for people. And if you're going to do an entry point, you might as well have, like, your boy in there. It's like how Pokemon always has Pikachu in each game. Like, you can't just not have Pikachu there. You always got to slap in that, like, adorable yellow rat into the games. And, like, that's just kind of the point of there. Like, you need those little, like, steps and everything. Look at that, we got another Copymon! Another Copymon. Super excited about that. But I am super glad about to have a DM20s again. Especially because, like, I look back at the DM20s. I was still in high school when the original DM20s came out. Which is really crazy to think about this. Because these devices came out, like... Oh, man, when did these devices come out? 2019! Yeah, it's crazy thing about that. Before the fact, they came out way earlier than that. Oop, as I hit my phone case, I did not mean to hit my phone case. Before that, the DM20s came out, like, way earlier with, like, the original Japanese waves. The original Japanese waves came out, like, 2017. So that does mean, like, next year will be, like, pretty much the anniversary of the anniversary. Which is a bit crazy to think about that. Because, yeah, this what they were made for originally was for the 20th anniversary of Digimon. We are now coming up across that 20th anniversary, which is insane to think about that. Especially when you like look at these guys again. We later on got the American versions like 2 years later, which is kind of cool in that sense back in the day. But like it's crazy to think that we're coming across these guys again. And another cool part of the new release that we are coming to see with it is that they're doing a lot more printed shells with the next upcoming wave, which is very exciting because I don't know, just like the idea of having more like printed covers and stuff like that for Digimon's always nice, especially because you always get like some really cool art and stuff like that. I don't really have any printed DM20th examples. I do, the only like other printed device I have is the Pendulum Cycle, which is like very nice printing and stuff on there. So it's kind of cool to see like printing come back in a sense and have like more intricate designs for Digimon. I'm always a fan of that. I just like the idea of it. I am hoping that with the release of the DM20s, that does mean that we're getting some cases along with them, because that would be really nice. I don't know if that's actually possible or not, because, like, if I'm trying to remember how well the color cases were for the bricks, they were kind of weird, because each Digimon brick is, like, differently sized. None of the bricks are equal. Unlike the pendulums here, where, like, each of the pendulum sizes were, like, very minute differences. The actual bricks come in a wide variety of sizes. Like, if I compare, like, this brick here to, like... I'm getting stuck on things. Why, Digimon bricks? Why? But if I actually can take this brick and compare it to an original brick, you can very quickly see that, like, dang, that boy is thick. Like, he's super thick. Like, the original boy, he's slim, he's beautiful. He has some nice curves to him and everything. Nice and pocketable. But, like, once you start looking at the other ones, you're like, damn! He's thick! Like, hey. I mean, I'm not going to complain about my Digimon having a little bit of an ass, but, like, hey. Just, again, gotta... Sorry, I'm laughing at my girlfriend going, oh my gosh, in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but she is not impressed with me talking about the Digimon having an ass. I mean, like, seriously, look at that, though. Nice and round. Give it a nice few slaps. There you go. There you go. Nice and good there. But yeah, hopefully they do sort of figure out a sort of case solution with these guys. I love that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about these guys coming back in like a sort of production ring. It is going to be the version A and B again, which is fine by me. I'm especially because out of every version that I am missing in the original D and 20th line, I am actually missing an Agumon version. Yeah, so I have Gabumon's version, Lunamon's version, the Mekumon version, and I even have the Coronamon version. I am missing our boy Agumon. I even, like, recently got an order of the version R or whatever, and I still couldn't find an Agumon version of that one. So I ended up having to pick up another Gabumon one. So, yeah, I'm super excited to have re-releases of the version A and B, because ya boy needs an Agumon release. I would love an Agumon release. I'll buy more of these things. I have an addiction. It's okay. And unlike what the people on Discord said, where they said my wife will leave me, my wife will not leave me for my crippling Digimon addiction. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
She says she won't leave me. We're doing good, y'all. Oh, we're evolving already. Woo! But my wife will not leave me, so I do not have to worry about the crippling Digimon sadness that comes with that. So yay for me. And look, the other one's evolving now. We got Gummymons. I think that's their name. Do I need to wake these guys up to, like, give them stuff in a second? No, I think I'm fine. Actually, we're probably going to wake them up, like, a little second, just to, like, give them back all their stuff. Whee! Give them... But, like, my wife won't leave me for crippling Digimon addiction. She doesn't care that I own 5 version 20ths. I hope. She hasn't said anything about that. She says it does not bother her. I'm gonna worry about that still now. Because you don't know. We don't know. We never know what happens when that like 6th version 20th comes along. Maybe she'll accept it into like the loving arms. Or not. Who knows? We don't know what's going on. She says she will. So I think I'm safe. I think I'm safe. We're going to put these guys back to sleep now because I don't have to worry about them. Wake them back up. Put that one to sleep. Put this one to sleep. Also, can we talk about how awfully ugly the Vmon sprite is on this device? Like, that is... I love it. It's ugly, adorable. But why did they do my boy Vmon like that? He is looking atrocious on this thing. Like, it looks like someone beat him with a baseball bat. Like, it looks like they took out, like, It looks like someone like took a baby out in the field and like just started beating it with a baseball bat, like a little bit, like a bit too violent there. We need to take my boy and like give him some like reconstruction surgery. At least in the next episode, he'll be like ex-Vmon. He'll be a nice, handsome, buff boy again. But like right now, he looks like a bit of an ugly baby. He reminds me of that like baby from like the dinosaurs, where it's like not the mama or whatever, like whatever the heck that thing is. Like that's what he reminds me of. Meanwhile, we got our Chad Larvomon over here. Look at how beautiful he is. I mean, seriously, like he's beautiful, he's sexy. Like what else could you want from this beautiful dragon boy? He only gets better from here. Like you can't beat this. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And there we go. We're going to put this guy, we're going to put him both to sleep. First, we're going to shove him into refrigerators. Because that's how you put your children to sleep. If you're having troubles with your children going to bed, shove them in a deep freezer. And, like, come back from them in an hour. And that's how they'll be perfectly asleep by then. Trust me. Especially with no blankets. Like, just throw them in a deep freezer. That's what you gotta do. Throw them in a deep freezer. They'll be fine. It's a proven method. They'll be sleeping very nice and very soundly. But yeah. So overall, we got all of our sleeping children here. They look amazing. Love the gummies. And yeah, in the next episode, they'll be bunnies, and our other ones will be champions. And we have to chill with them. And that's pretty much it for this episode here. Before we do go, though, I am going to put a poll down below in the comments. Well, in the last episode, we mentioned me running a whole poll for the next series. So if y'all want to pick the next Digimon or Tamagotchi or whatever VPet series next, go vote in the poll. That's like the best way to like indicate which series you're getting currently. So if anyone's curious of like picks or whatever that's going on, it'll be a Tamagotchi for you, a Tamagotchi 4.5, a Pendulum Cycle. Actually, both of these Pendulum Cycles. It'll be that type of run, or the Pocket Horse, which is like all the way up here. Let me grab one down. Or the Pocket Horses. I am going to be running 2 of them. That's kind of the rule for the odd pets for these guys here. So we'll be running 2 of the Pocket Horses, or we'll be running a single one of these guys, or a single one of these, or 2 of the cycles. Like, you got options. Go look at your options and pick whichever option you want. And whichever one wins the poll is the winner. Basically, the poll will be going till the last episode of the Digimon Pendulum 20th series here. So make sure you go vote in that. And that's pretty much all to say. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye. And make sure to go check out the poll if you haven't voted already. I know some of y'all haven't voted. I've only seen 8 votes so far. So more votes, please. More. If anyone is curious, the current winners so far are the Pendulum Cycles, but we still have a few more days. As y'all noticed, these are still rookies and baby Digimon. Like, they're not fully done yet. The second they're fully done is when that whole thing ends, so, yeah. But that's pretty much it for right now, so thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And yeah, bye. And later on in the future, we'll see what happens with my wife. We'll see how long she's willing to stay with me for my crippling DM20th addiction. But yeah. She says forever. I say probably after like maybe the 20th Digimon, maybe she'll start reconsidering. Who knows? No. She says no. People on Reddit probably agree with after like the 20th anniversary of another wave of DM20s. We'll see which one's the winner. If it says forever, then I'm the winner. I'm the one who wins. So hopefully I'm the winner. You are. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Thank y'all for watching. And now I will officially leave because my wife has to get up early in the morning. She says at 4.
3, I'm waking up. Or 2. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to post this. And don't spam my phone. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Bye! We're going to shove these guys all back in their cases again. Bye.